Hello everyone, welcome back to Andrina's Creations. I had made a post that I'll be releasing some new templates soon. So here is one of the templates. Today I'll be showing you how to customize your own suitcase lollipop holder. These are great for any event, especially for Valentine's Day that is right around the corner. But think outside the box and use your imagination and decorate them however you would like. Today, of course, I'll be using Silhouette Studio, but you can use any software of your choice. Here I'm showing you that this one was created kind of like for Valentine's Day as classroom gifts, and the ones in the back are for any event, especially for like a luxury event, maybe for a male's birthday party, and of course there's going to be kids in that event. You can give those out too. Here I'm going to be showing you the supplies that are needed. You are going to be using cardstock. Any pound cardstock is perfectly fine. I'm going to be using 65-pound cardstock. I'll be using red, metallic gold, and white to print the images, but you can use 12 by 12 cardstock as well if you would like. Okay, you are also going to need glue of your choice. I'll be using my personal glue, Andrina's Creations craft glue. You're going to need, of course, your lollipops. I got mine from Dollar Tree, but you can use any lollipops of your choice. Okay, so now let's get started to how to design your template, and I'll be using Silhouette Studio, so don't forget. First thing you need to do is open up your software, if it's Cricut or Silhouette Studio. I'll be using Silhouette Studio Business Edition. Now, Basic Edition is free and you can still use this template using Basic Edition. Check down below, I'll leave all the links. I have a separate tutorial on how to download this software for free. But if you would like to upgrade to Business Edition like me, it is a one-time payment of around $50 to $60 in Swing Design. Check down below, my affiliate link will be down below as well. Now, I do have Silhouette Business Edition version 4.4, just in case you would like to know. The good thing about this software is you do not need a cutting machine to use the software, but I highly recommend using a cutting machine to cut out this template. But again, if you do not own a cutting machine, you can just cut it out by hand, okay? And this template is also available for Cricut users. If you are a Cricut user, this is the #1 question that I get. How do I open your templates using Cricut? First thing you need to do is go to my website, andrinascreations.com, purchase the template, then you download, then you extract, and you save. Once you save it, you come into Cricut. You must go into Cricut Design Space. You're going to click on Upload. Go ahead and look for the file wherever folder you saved it at. After you do that part, you're going to click on the file and then you're going to upload the file into Cricut. The file that you are going to upload is the one that says SVG. Do not forget that. Not the Silhouette Studio one. You're going to upload the SVG one. Once you click on the SVG, then you're going to click on upload it, and then I provide measurements for Cricut users because our templates come in a different size into Cricut. So the first thing you need to do is click on the template and ungroup it. You're going to ungroup the part that says the measurement from the template. Then you're going to click just on the template and make sure that your lock proportions are locked on the top. There is a little lock on the top, so you need to make sure that that is locked. Do not forget, ungroup these words from the actual template. Then click on the template. Then you're going to go up here where it says width and type those measurements right there that your template provides. So on the width, you're going to type 11.887. Once you type the width, automatically the height is going to be 7.602. And then from there, you're going to ungroup the template and then start designing. And how to bring the file into Silhouette, you're going to go to File, you're going to go to Merge, you're going to look for the file that you just saved. So basically, Suitcase Lollipop template, you're going to click on it and then click on OK, and it's going to come in. You can either pick the SVG or the Silhouette file, it doesn't matter. Now, if you do have Basic Edition, you cannot bring in the SVG. You must click on the one that says Silhouette Studio. Now, if you have Business Edition, you can click either or and then click on OK. Now you're going to click on the template and click on group. After you ungroup it, then you are going to go look for the images that you are going to be using. Your digital files, either PNG, your JPEGs, your digital paper, it doesn't matter how you want to design it. Now I'm going to explain what these pieces are. The pink pieces are the main template. That is the base, and those are the straps of the suitcase. The blue pieces are the first layer, and the purple pieces are the second layer. Now you do not need to use both layers. You're going to pick if you want a layer option. Now the blue one, I technically use it to cut out metallic or glitter paper, and then the purple one is what you're going to use either pattern cardstock or print out your design. You do not need to do all these layers. It's a personal preference. You can do whatever you choose. I did provide 2 layers, and then you are the designer and you are going to decide how you want to design it. Now, I am going to go to Creative Fabrica and download my design. I am going to be doing a superhero theme, so I'm just going to go head on over to Creative Fabrica and show you which PNGs I'm going to use. Now, if you do not want to go to Creative Fabrica, there is Etsy and there is Google. You can go wherever you would like. I highly recommend Creative Fabrica because they do have, I have my affiliate link down below, and you can subscribe to them for just $1 for the first month. And after that, you only pay $19 a month, and you get everything in this website for $19. Well, the first month you get it for $1. But after that is $19, and I highly recommend it, okay? To bring in your images into Silhouette, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go to File, you're going to go to Merge, and bring in the images that you are going to be using. Whenever you order images, or whenever you purchase images, I meant to say, you first need to extract it and download them to your computer. Make sure that you do different files or different folders that you are aware where all your images are going to be. So I have a superhero folder, and that's where I went to get it at. So I click on the digital paper that I wanted and then clicked on OK. Then I'm going to go click on the PNG that I want. PNG are transparent background images. I have other tutorials how to show you how to download PNG images if you're going to download them from Google. Right here I'm showing you that there is a zoom in and zoom out button that looks like a magnifying glass. Is the plus sign and the minus sign. That's how you see me zooming in and zooming out. Okay, so here you see me grabbing the PNG that I want, and I'm going to bring in it now because I have Silhouette Studio version 4.4. Every time that I bring in a PNG image, it gets automatically traced for me. So I'm going to remove that red outline by clicking on the image, going to my outline icon on my right, and then clicking on no color. Okay, if you do not know the names of your icon, just put your mouse over the icons on your right, and it's going to say the names of those icons. When adding your design in the layers, make sure that all your pieces are facing the right way. Right now, as when your template comes in, they are faced the right way for the front of the template, not for the back. So I'm going to remove that piece there because that's actually the bottom of the template, and I don't want to cover the bottom of the template for the outside. I am going to use that piece for the inside, but not for the outside. You can design the outside of the bottom of the template if you choose to, okay? But I don't want that. So now I am going to click on my digital paper, and I am going to bring it in front of the purple layer, and I'm going to right click and send it to the back. Okay, remember that I'm going to bring in my digital paper, and I'm going to right click and send it to the back. Then after that, I am going to click somewhere on my screen, drag my mouse to select everything. I need to select my background and my purple layer. Then I'm going to go to my modify icon. If you do not know which one is the modify panel, go ahead and over to your icons on your right. Go over the icon so it could tell you. So I'm going to go to my modify panel that looks like a rectangle and a circle. And then I am going to click on crop. You need to make sure that everything is selected before you crop it. As you can see here, I click on the digital paper, right click and duplicate it so I can have 2 of those digital paper because I still need to crop it on that other piece in the bottom. Now from here, you're going to decide, even if you want to put a design in the inside of the suitcase, you're going to choose, do you also want a layered effect in the inside? If you do not want to layer, just use the blue pieces so you don't have to layer. But if you do want to layer, then use the purple pieces. I am going to right click and duplicate the pieces that I want to add in the inside. I am not going to add all those pieces in the inside, so I'm just right click and duplicating the pieces that I want to use inside. Remember, so right click and duplicate. Now for the pieces in the inside, you need to rotate the background. So I'm going to click on the image, then I'm going to hold my shift key, and that little green circle there, I'm going to rotate upside down. But now because I rotated upside down, now you see the image is upside down. So while this piece is selected, I am going to go to the fill icon that looks like a paint palette. Then I am going to click on the second option. I'm at the third option. Click on the third option, then click on advanced options, and then you're going to rotate it. Right there it says rotate, and then you're going to rotate upside down, so then the background looks how it's supposed to go for the inside. I'm going to grab this background, I'm going to put it smaller, right click, send it to the back, and I am going to crop it into that other shape that I need for the inside of the suitcase. Remember, have both shapes selected, go to the modify icon and click on crop. The pieces that are inside of the suitcase, I'm going to put them to the side, and so you won't get confused while I'm designing. And then here, those pink pieces, the long strips, those are the straps of the suitcase. I'm going to grab the two little ones because those are the ones that are going to get glued in the front of the suitcase, and I'm actually going to color them red just so I can have a visual on how the suitcase is going to look. It doesn't matter if you leave it the same color or change the colors because you are going to be cutting this out of your colored cardstock. You are not going to be printing them out. I highly recommend changing the color of the pieces so you can have a visual before you cut it out. So I just right click them and bring them to the front, and I'm going to add them to each side of the front of the suitcase. The reason why I'm doing this is so I know exactly where to put my images, because if I do not put these straps here and then I keep designing, then I might cover the design once I cut everything out and start gluing the pieces together. Now, I want this image to stand out a little bit, so I'm going to click on it and I'm going to create an offset around the image. The offset icon looks like a double star. I'm just going to click on the offset, and you're going to decide the distance of your offset. Then after that, you are going to create as many offsets as you would like. After I created my offset, I am going to change the outline color to no color. And you can also change the colors of your offset to whatever color you want. I'm just going to leave mine white and do another one of black. Once you created all the offsets that you wanted, don't forget to select everything and group it together, and then you're going to size it to the size of your choice that you want it to be in front of the suitcase. So here, this is what you see me doing, is adding my Spider-Man, and then I am going to start typing something. You don't have to type anything, but I am. So how you type here in Silhouette is you're going to click on the A on your left, then the A on your right, and then you're going to select the font that you want to use. This is here what I'm showing you, that if you do not add your straps, then it might overlap when you start gluing the straps. So that's why I added the straps there. So I make sure that I add everything in the middle. All right, so click on the A on your left, A on your right, select the font that you want to use. I am going to be using the font Grow Bold. I downloaded it from thefont.com. I have a separate tutorial on how to download free fonts, but you can also purchase them from Creative Fabrica, and Creative Fabrica gives out free font as well. So then click anywhere on your screen and start typing. After you finish typing, you must click somewhere else on the screen to get off the edit mode. Then I'm going to click back on the font, and then I'm going to center. I'm still here on the second A on my right. Then I'm going to click on center. Then I'm going to go to the fill icon that looks like a paint palette, and then you're going to color the font the color of your choice. Now I want to have the same blue of the Spider-Man suit, so I'm going to click on the dropper, bring my dropper all the way to his suit, and then I'm going to click inside of it, and then my font is going to change the same color color of that blue. Then I'm going to click on, make sure that my font is selected, and I'm going to create offsets around it as well. And here you see me taking the outline color because I do not like when my stuff has a red outline. So the offset is the double star icon. Click on the offset, choose the distance of your choice, and then color the offset the color that you would like, and create as many offsets that you would like. Now here you're going to see me go to my left and click on the shapes. I'm going to click on the oval rounded rectangle. I'm going to make a oval rectangle in front of those words that I just added. You're going to color it any size of your choice, and you're going to color it in the fill icon. And in the fill icon, it's going to say something that's called transparency. You could bring down those colors of the transparency if you're going for that look. If you're not, then don't do that. Also, I'm clicking on the words, right clicking, and bringing it to the front of the oval rectangle. Now here you're going to see me change the colors of the template. You do not need to do this, but if you follow me, you know that I always like to change the colors to this color of the paper that I'll be cutting. So the pink pieces, I'm gonna color it red because I'm gonna be cutting that out of red cardstock, and the blue pieces, I'm going to be cutting it out of gold pieces. Okay, you do not need to do this, but I just like to visually look on how everything's going to look before I cut it. Remember that. After you do this, now you need to figure out what size paper you are going to be using to cut out your pieces and your design. You can either use 12 by 12 or 8 by 11. To change the size, you need to first go to your icon on your right. It is called a page setup. It looks like a piece of paper. You're going to click on there, and then from there, you're going to click on media size and change it to 8 by 11. After that, you need to turn on your registration marks because you're going to be doing a print and cut if that is the route that you are going to go. You need to click on the third option there, still at the page setup. Turn on your registration marks, and I'm going to go all the way up on my thickness. Remember that. That's the way I like to do my print and cuts. So click on the third option, turn on registration marks, and go all the way up to your thickness. When you do print and cuts, usually your machine is going to want to cut out everything you have on your mat. You do not want that. You don't want those words getting cut out of your design. So I'm going to select everything and click on no cut. Okay, I'm going to click on everything and click on no cut. Then I'm just going to click on the shapes and click on cut. Remember, you're going to click on the send tab, then select everything, click on no cut, click on the shape and click on cut. Nothing here is grouped yet. I don't have the word grouped to that shape yet, so nothing can be grouped. After you do that, then you can group everything together, and you're going to repeat those same steps even with that front shape that has Spider-Man. You're going to bring it into your mat, then you're going to go to your send tab, you're going to click on everything and put no cut. I'm showing you here that everything that stays inside of that rectangle is what the machine is going to want to cut. Everything outside of that red rectangle, you're going to manually cut it out by hand. It is perfectly fine to have some stuff out of the red cut lines, because sometimes you want to print out a lot of items at the same time. Now, if you're not good with scissors, then have everything inside of the red cut lines. Here, I'm showing you again. Select everything, click on no cut, then just click on the shapes and click on cut. Make sure that only the shapes have the red outline around it, because that is what the machine is going to cut it. I'm going to show you the settings that I like to use. I like to put my blade on 6, force on 28, speed of either 3 or 4, and 2 passes if you are using thicker cardstock. If your cardstock's not thin, only do 1 pass. Then when you have everything set up, you need to go up there to the printer icon. After you click on there, you're going to see how everything's going to look. Click on print, select the printer that you're going to be using. I'm going to be using an Epson Eco Tank 16600. You can use any printer of your choice. The paper source, I'm going to click on paper tray 8x11 and premium presentation paper matte. Click on OK and print. After you are done printing everything out, turn off the registration mark, select the paper size that you're going to be using. You can fit 2 templates on the 8x11 cardstock, and you can also use a 12x12. Add all the pieces that you're going to be cutting out of each layer. So I'm just going to be putting my red pieces on this one. I'm going to be cutting out 2 of them. Then I'm going to go to my send tab, select the settings. Again, it's blade of 6, force of 28, speed of 3 or 4, and 1 pass, because I'm going to be using 65 pound. Then I'm going to click on send. Then after I cut these pieces out, I'll go ahead and cut out the gold pieces. After you cut out all your pieces, let's get ready to assemble. Here are all the pieces cut out. So remember, the red part, it's the main template. Fold all your score marks. Now look at how the score marks are. The handle, you need to fold it up, and everything else you're gonna score it down. Okay, then after that, you're going to start gluing your first layer. My first layer is gold. You might have a different color. Fold wherever you see the score marks as well. Now, I highly recommend that for metallic cardstock, you use double-sided tape, because you are going to see that your metallic cardstock is going to look warped. Now, because I am still covering my metallic cardstock, I'm going to be using my own glue. If you would like to purchase Andrina's Creations craft glue, you can go to andrinascreations.com and purchase my glue. Right now, I have 4 ounce and 2 ounce available. Now remember, if you wanted the inside of the suitcase to also have a gold layer, all you had to do was right click and duplicate those pieces that you wanted in the inside as well, like we did for the design pieces. Now here on the handle, I only cut out 1 piece, but if you want your handle to be double-sided, just right click and duplicate the handle pieces. Now the straps, the two smaller ones are the ones that go glued in the front. Align them to in between the score marks, and I like to align them right next to the gold one. These tweezers here, I'll have the link down below as well. I love these craft tweezers. Check down the description box. I'll leave the link from my Amazon link. But again, these pieces, I will align them right on the beginning of the blue layer, and then make sure that it's in between the score marks, guys. It cannot overlap the score marks so the suitcase are able to fold correctly. All right, so add those two in the front. Now the longer straps have two score marks. You are going to fold where the score marks are at, and these are glued in the back. So remember, the longer ones in the back, the two small ones in the front. Now you're gonna see that there are score marks on your suitcase, so you need to align all the score marks together so when you close the suitcase, everything folds correctly. Put some glue. Do not put glue in between the score marks, okay, because you want that to be able to fold correctly. Align it to the score mark, align the other one just like that, and then glue the other piece on the side. I like to line it up with my blue layer. Now these tiny pieces is where the buckle is going to go through when the suitcase is closed. Just fold all the four score marks. You're going to fold everything together, being very careful because these pieces are very small. Then you're just going to close it up and glue it just like that. And you're going to have like a small rectangle. Now you're going to glue two of them in the front of the suitcase. You cannot put it all the way down and all the way to the top. Put it more to the top than the middle because you want it, the buckles to get secured in there. Just put a little bit of glue and make sure that both of them are aligned together. Now that you have all your pieces glued together, you're going to grab your lollipop, put it in the middle. You're going to close your suitcase and the handle is going to go in that opening first. So put it in through there. Then put your buckles through the buckle pieces to secure it. And then that little flap has to go inside of the flap hole, just like that, okay? So just see what I'm doing here. And then fix your lollipop, fix everything together, and stand up your suitcase and you're done. Alright guys, so we are done. Here is how the suitcases turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell to get notified every time I upload new videos. Thank you again for your continuous support. I can't wait to see if you create them. If you do create them, don't forget to go ahead and request to join my Facebook craft group. It is called Andrina's Creations Crafting Lounge. I would love to see your work, and even if you don't want to post your work, you can feel free to ask any questions over there. Again, it is called Andrina's Creations Crafting Lounge. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Y'all know the drill. Everywhere is Andrina's Creations LLC. Now go ahead and comment down below what all you liked about this. Are you gonna do it? What design are you gonna make them for? Don't forget that I think that these are great for Valentine's Day, but for any event as well. Comment down below any other tutorials you would like to see from me, or if you have any questions pertaining this specific tutorial. Okay guys, I hope everyone's having a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.